and we are live. So, hello MKL. I'm joined here today with my special guest Ike. Ike, how you doing today?
You know, I got a little head concussion Wednesday City League basketball, but we're here for the MKL. We got to put on a show,
That's right.
and nothing can stop the show.
Well, I'm glad your priorities are straight. I love to hear that. And boy, have we got quite the matchup today. We're looking at two of the top contenders here in the AFC. Quite the heavy hitting game, don't you think?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure we'll see a lot of shenanigans from Doc and a lot of empty hurry up from Stinky here, but they both know that I'm their number one hater kind of in the league, maybe beside from Hunter. So we'll have to see how it shakes out here.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Having the number one hater on the call with me, that sounds like exactly who I want to be by my side. So,
Exactly.
who do you have?
We'll have a little bit of
Continue.
color commentary from me, maybe a little more analytical from you, and we'll have a good week one here in the MKL.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. So, which of these two teams do you think is going to come out on top today? I've got my
Eh,
pick.
you know, Stinky is probably the favorite if I had to pick one, but he also likes to mess around in the regular season. I'm sure Doc's running a different playbook like he likes to do every
Hmm.
season, so I don't know. I'd probably have to pick Stinky if I was going to pick one, but
Well,
it's
I'll
kind
tell
of a
you what,
toss up.
man. I heard a rumor that Doc was going to be running a RPO centric offense here tonight. And he told me that he wants to run every single variation of RPO read flat wheel out of the Chiefs playbook on his opening drive. What do you think about that game plan? Do you think it's going to work out for him against Stinky today?
I mean, Doc's the kind of guy that he probably ran it in practice maybe 100, 500 times before this game, and I'm sure he's got it figured out. So I don't know if Stinky's ready for it and he's heard these rumors like it likes to go on in this league. Maybe it won't work out for him, or maybe he's just talking smoke again. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I suppose we can't really be certain, but one thing that is for certain is that I'm excited. So we'll likely be getting started here shortly. Personally, I'm also I put in my game of the week vote. I think Stinky's going to take this one. The Chiefs, unlike the Patriots, I think got a lot stronger this past offseason. They made a trade for Jair Alexander, and he now has two deep out zone KOs on his defense, which I think is going to make a huge impact, especially because Anthony Richardson does not have abilities.
Yeah, I'm sure Doc knows that he probably shouldn't be throwing at them very often, and his wide receivers aren't top of the line either. So who's he got? Who's Doc got at running back now?
I figured it'd be
Uh,
the same guy, but I can't say for
I
certain,
think
to be honest.
I think I saw him trade him in the offseason, his receiving back that he had last year.
He did try to give him to me, so you're probably right. I actually have no clue who Doc has at receiver this year because Michael Pittman was released in a free agency, and then late in the offseason, I saw that Isaiah Hodgins was also released following the Super Bowl. So big changes here in New England, and I'm very curious to see how their new offense looks with a lot of
Yeah,
these new guys catching passes.
for the few off seasons I've been here, Doc have been the benefactor of Doc's off season blow up his roster, change it up. So he likes to do that, but to each their own. You know, it's all about having fun sometimes, and he did make the Super Bowl, so you can't really knock him.
That's right. Well, I'm very excited to see if it works out for him here. So here we are, Gillette Stadium. Here, Patriots hosting, of course, and it looks like they'll be getting the ball to start. So
Quick,
exciting stuff.
quick add-on. He's got Shakir Glover, a 22-year-old superstar at halfback that's got 95 speed, 95 excel.
So quite the athlete back there. I'm curious if he'll get involved today. In the Super Bowl, I noticed that the running back was pretty uninvolved in the game plan. The run game basically non-existent. So I think I'd like to see him incorporate that into his game plan tonight.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get behind early and have to start throwing because I don't think that's Doc's strong suit, especially with the. I guess I don't know exactly what receivers he's got. He switched his whole team up. I'd have to go do a little research quick,
Yeah,
but
well, research is
that
not our forte. That's for
that
sure.
La- that Lacey guy, he picked him. I was gonna pick him in the draft. He's pretty fast. He's star dev. I imagine he's gonna try to
So
use
we're
him when he
looking
does.
at some. I'm seeing this press here, and he seems very confident in his DBs. Jalen Hyatt in motion. There's Lacey on the right. It looks like he's just gonna just chuck it up to Jalen Hyatt. So, and it looks like it's gonna work
Oh,
out for him. That's Jalen Hyatt up the seam. The 20,
yeah,
the
number
10,
98.
touchdown.
A little one-play touchdown to start off the game. Stinky got a little aggressive and ran press cover
Yeah.
3 with a one high safety look. Didn't work out for him.
No, clearly that did not. And I don't even think that was like a specialized play. I literally think that's just wow. Like what like that defense did not look good. Like you press a cover 3 normally, it does not look like that. He was trying some shenanigans there, and evidently it did not work out. Giving up a quick score to Doc on the opening play of the season is certainly not where Stinky wanted to be, especially with all that defensive firepower he added.
No, and I Stinky's always said his defense is his weak suit, and it's most players' weak suits this year. It's probably mine too. My defense is always trash, but yeah, I mean, if you're gonna press, you're gonna probably want to run man, and I don't hate press with the corners he got now, but can't do it in cover 3 in my opinion.
No, most certainly not. So we'll see how Stinky can respond. Stinky obviously known for his offense, so we'll see what he can do. He's going to throw it out quick to Mecole Hardman. He's going to gain about 5. And here's that hurry up you were talking about. You did mention that this might be a thing that we see, and here we go on the first drive, first play. Already
Yeah,
hurrying back to the line.
Stinky loves hurry up, double crosser, one corner. We'll see it probably a couple times tonight, I would imagine, but
Yeah, I think you're onto something. So back to throws Mahomes, and down he's gonna go, just mauled by about 3 Patriots.
yeah, some good
My
pass.
goodness.
Is he in 4-6? No way. Doc
That
is
does look like
insane.
4-6.
He just
So,
finds the craziest little things to do, but it works out
hey,
sometimes.
I
But
love 4-6. So, I like the call. Third
I
down and
just
long
wouldn't.
here.
They're
You
down and long. I wouldn't run it against Stinky with how he plays, but I mean, maybe I don't know something. Or my linebackers are just trash. But yeah, third down and long here. We're gonna see what he comes out in, and
I'm looking at this defense and I'm seeing first down. So we'll see what he does. He's going to throw an interception. That's Smoke
wow.
Monday. And Smoke Monday going to cut to the left and he's going home. Baja touchdown. And the Patriots out to a quick 14-0 lead.
Yeah, that is not good for Stinky. Hopefully, Doc has enough wherewithal to maybe run it when he gets the ball back if he does, but not a good start. My
No,
dog
that's
is
less than ideal. And I think that
freaking out.
defense, he had the right idea. The middle of the field, really relying on Doc's user. Made a bit of a guess pass there, and unfortunately, Smoke Monday read it all the way, and he's taken that thing all the way back for 7 points. So,
Yeah,
not
when you
good.
jump that route there, and you're not gonna have anyone back there to stop him. So
One thing I'd like to say, I've been playing squads with these guys past couple days. Stinky running the offense, Doc running the defense. And I was really curious who was going to come out on top because normally they're working together, and now, as fate would have it, they're going against each other. And right now, I think Doc easily has the upper hand. I mean, a pick 6 on Stinky's opening drive. My goodness, what a statement!
yeah, and maybe it's the case of Doc does know what plays he's running because Stinky's running the same playbook, and Doc's probably running something completely. I guess his defense might be the same. I don't know if he's changed his defense, but
That's a good point. I'm not entirely sure, but this looks pretty similar to what he normally runs. The 4-6 does not. Back to throw now. Mahomes gonna throw a little post, it looks like, and that's Allen. Allen out of bounds, all the way down to the 43. So, that's
yeah.
good.
And the one thing you got to be ready for with these hurry ups is if you don't pick a versatile formation, like if you get into 4-6, sometimes it's not going to work out if he gets like 2 or 3 hurry ups in and you know, but he is moving down the field pretty well right now, hitting his out routes, hitting his check downs, not getting too aggressive.
Yeah. I think some confidence is necessary if we're going to get back in this game. Because when you start going down big, you start getting desperate. We don't want to get desperate just yet. Corner out to the outside. Mahomes is going to miss the throw. Not something I'd imagine we're going to see very often.
Yeah, I didn't quite see how much pressure he had. I was looking at the corner route, but you don't see that very often, I would agree.
No, most certainly not. So 3rd down and 6 here. Huge 3rd down. Valdez-Scantling motioning out to the right. I'm assuming we're looking at... Nope, we're not. Oh, we are looking at verticals. Interesting. Oh my god. Little bit of a scary throw there. Gonna bobble around, but ultimately it's gonna be incomplete. Not verticals, it was Durham. Same thing. And unfortunately, the Chiefs' offense is gonna have to punt. So, there's the punt.
That was a pretty good animation Doc just got there in defense.
That was pretty good. I'm going to try and return it. Not going to get very far. Down to the 21. So we really haven't gotten to see this Patriots offense at all. And they're up 14. Obviously, the quick one-play touchdown and then the pick 6. I think he's going to be very conservative, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm imagining we're probably going to see some option shenanigans here, which we see that in the first play coming out. But I'm sure he's got a few trick plays that he's going to feel comfortable running now that he's got the lead. And
well, it looks like he might want to rethink that strategy because Anthony Richardson absolutely mauled on the first play of the drive. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 14. Looks like we're looking at a weird screen here. He's going to roll out to his left. Richardson on the run. Can't make the throw, but there is a flag down. Let's see what this is. Illegal man downfield. That's Cole Strange. He was a 1st-round pick, right?
I think so, but they are going to decline that one and move it to 3rd down, and Doc is probably going to have to get out of the trick play here and hopefully just run something conservative like we said he should, but that's not exactly Doc's
I think
style.
He's taking a shot here, because, Jet Shift Waz, that looks like a shot to me, putting the ultimate faith in Anthony Richardson, it would appear. So we'll see how that works out.
Crazy route on Lacey, if he can get that to develop, be open.
He's got nothing. Richardson chucking it up the field. The safety is not going to come down with it. It was like Porter, something. I'll tell you what, a lot of these Chiefs players look absolutely ridiculous. But nonetheless, that is going to bring up a 4th down, and the Patriots punt team now coming on the field.
If you go back to that defensive animation that Doc got, that was actually Kirby Joseph back there on defense that made that play for him. So that's interesting. He's getting a couple good animations here. He got that knockout and that interception. Not that it meant much. It was pretty much an arm punt, but
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. A nice quick stop on defense. That's exactly what the Chiefs needed to get back into this ball game. It's easy to let them get away early when you start this rough. So we'll see what they can do. Mahomes now out of empty. That's right.
Staple. He likes to move guys around.
Throw Mahomes and a quick shed up the middle. And that's something Lynch. Is his name Ryan? I'm just going to call him that because that's what I figure his name is. Very quick shed there. And you see Norton. He was a 1st-round pick for the Patriots. Looks like he is playing sub-linebacker for Doc as his user. And he looks amazing. Did you get a look at Gene Norton in the draft?
I did. Well, I probably did look at him, but I don't exactly remember. And he's getting some good pressure here with some stunts. You gotta.
Absolutely.
Doc's probably got these defensive adjustments down pretty good. I think he's gonna have to add blocking adjustments in here if he's gonna want to have any sort of time.
Well, the downside to playing out of empty is that you're not picking up that blitz, and the trade-off is that you have a lot of you got a lot of guys to look between when you're making your reads. Somebody's bound to be open. Unfortunately, Mahomes cannot make that read quick enough. And here comes 3rd and 19 up the seam. That is what I believe to be the tight end who's going to go up and snag that thing, and that's going to bring up a fresh set of downs. So
I think he trade away Kittle, or did he trade for Kittle? I don't see him on the field, so
I don't see him on the field either. I'm assuming Kittle's out of town. I did see him go on the block, so that would be his replacement making that play. I figure. 2nd down and 6.
Made in the offseason, so you don't always know what's going on.
I mean, there's always a lot of deals going on, a lot of teams trying to get better, and the teams look completely different. So early on, it's very much a learning process. Looks like he threw that away. I'm going to hope he threw that away. and that if that wasn't inaccurate, then that was way off the mark. But I'm going to assume that was a throwaway. So another third down looms,
Yeah, I
and
don't
this
know. Maybe
Chiefs
Mahomes is out
offense.
there seeing ghosts.
I
Maybe
think you
Doc's
might
got
be
what
right.
killing him.
He's had a rough time. He got hit with regression hard this past season. Don't know if you paid attention to that. As Tyquan Thornton on the out route is going to pick up the first down. One thing I like to say is this guy is literally running all the same plays that he normally does. He is unfazed by the fact that Doc knows his offensive playbook very well. Back to throw Mahomes, going to find a
Yeah,
crosser. That's
crosser.
Mecole Hardman. And he's going to pick up big yardage all the way down to the 10.
Found something he likes, so he's gonna get it again. He's gonna try it out and see if Doc can stop it. But
That's right. Doc stuck on the defensive lineman, and that's going to be Mecole Hardman into the end zone. Touchdown. So, nice little cross there. Going to find the gap in the middle due to a lack of a user, and that's going to put the Chiefs on the board for their first touchdown of the season.
I'm just gonna say it because I'm just saw it, but I think that was the same play twice.
I
Say it.
think you might be right. I think that is a rule that is often overlooked in a lot of
Yeah.
cases.
Oh
Yeah.
well, we. I just
Yeah.
wanted
I
to throw
mean,
it in there. We don't need to dwell on it, but he does
yeah.
love that. He does love that hurry up with the hot route master, which I don't.
That's
I did
right.
just buy hot route master for Hertz, which I got for you and from you in the off season. So we'll
That's
see
right.
how I
I
like.
did give you that. Little RPO action out to the bubble, and the bubble is going to run all the way upfield. Gain of about maybe 17.
That number 96, John Wall.
Yeah. It's L Wall, so Leon Wall. Lex. Is that a name? Do people get named Lex? I couldn't really tell you.
I
Well,
have no
whoever it
idea.
is,
That looks
all
like a
their
similar player
receivers
to
wear
Doc.
just stupid numbers, and I don't like it. Inside run here to Glover, and Glover is going to get swallowed up, but he's going to get back to the line.
I didn't like it very much either, but I switched all my numbers around too because it's kind of hard to tell who's who. I mean, they got all the crazy numbers, but
I feel you. I try to make sure everybody's normal. I wasn't a fan when the restrictions were lifted on numbers, like the NFL thing where they didn't have single digits. So I like to give my guys traditional numbers. Maybe I'm an old head in that regard.
Well, it was
Richardson,
wide open, but he's gonna
my
run it for
goodness.
5. But
Yeah, he tried to keep it himself there. Maybe a bit of a selfish move from Anthony. Move from Anthony, rather. And it's still going to work out, but he is going to take a bit of a hit, which is ill-advised for your franchise quarterback to have happen to them.
it doesn't really matter too bad when injuries are on 10 or whatever they are. But
Yeah, well, it runs a high risk of fumbling, and
that is
Stinky
true.
probably wanting a fumble there. He should know better than anyone the risk of taking hits at your quarterback. Because today in Mutt Squads, he almost cost us a playoff game with an untimely fumble. As we're going to go inside zone here.
Oh, I don't think
That's
he
going to
got
be
there, but
he
he
did
did.
get there. They gave it to him. So, do you think he didn't get there? I mean, we all know that the NFL referees can be a little bit they can make a couple tough calls a game that might change the
Uh,
momentum.
he got right at the 48, so it looks like they spotted him pretty good.
Yeah, well, good for him. And it's going to keep the drive moving for New England. So,
But also, you can in Madden sometimes the calls are a little funky. Like sometimes you see a catch and it's not a catch, so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get it and they gave him it, but looked all right that time.
that's right. So in the empty now, I personally dislike empty a lot, but they seem to love it. Back to throw. He's got a flat route that's complete to Lacey. And Lacey's going to pick up about 8. So the Patriots received a lot of criticism for moving on from their quarterback Dallas Manziel, who they took a few seasons ago, and he's now playing in Dallas as Anthony
Uh-oh.
Richardson on the read option to the outside. Going to try and make
Uh-oh.
a man miss. Not going to be punished for taking a hit there, but that is going to be a huge chunk of yards.
Seems like Doc's game plan is kind of just to see what Stinky comes out in. If he's stacking the box, he's going to go out into empty, or if not, he's going to have the read option where he has the RB or Richardson who's got threat there. So
Back to throw out of the bunch underneath. Stinky trying to be there. He's not going to, and Wall is going to take that into the end zone, and that is a Patriots touchdown. A little drag route there.
Took some balls to throw that one. I don't know, but Did
Yeah, Stinky,
perfect timing and gets in the end zone.
that's right. He tried to jump it. Looked like he kind of saw it coming, and unfortunately, he was just a step too late. And Doc was able to capitalize, making a scamper to the end zone to give him a 2-possession lead. MBS here on the return. He's going to call for a fair catch, and the Chiefs are going to take back over on the offensive side of the ball. And after scoring last time, I'd like to think that Mahomes is mellowed out a bit. You know, early in the season, you got those jitters. You know, a new team, you never know. Preseason really isn't enough to knock off that rust, and I think we've seen that today. So hopefully we're back in peak condition as we're going to drop back to throw.
Oh,
Looking at the corner, and Mahomes is going to miss him. It looked like a bad click on there. Did you see that? That little hesitation?
Yeah, I think he had some pressure on him too. I think he got hit when he threw it. Stinky's not picking up this pressure that Doc's bringing in.
No, he most certainly is not. But there, I think he did that himself. I think Mahomes made the throw. As this time he's going to get nailed, and that's the throw he's not going to make. Mahomes hits the dirt again. He's been
too many routes. He doesn't have anyone pick up the blitz that's coming, and I don't know how many superstars Doc has on defense now, but I know that he had a lot. So.
He did have a lot. That was like his whole strategy. Mahomes trying to throw, and he gets hammered again. Going to get the ball off, but nowhere near a target, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 10, and they're going to be punting the ball back to New England.
Yeah, punting feels really bad in this league. It's
very not good. You definitely do not want to punt here in the MKL. Most folk, I'd imagine, know what they're doing. You know, they know how to score a bit, so a punt just feels like a lost opportunity.
First showing of the RPO flat wheel here.
Yeah, and this is a thing I was told to expect on the first drive a lot, but we didn't see it. Up the middle there, he's going to hit the post. That's Wall, a name that we've called out numerous times tonight. I think he has at least 1 touchdown. I'm not totally sure who caught the first one. The deep bomb. Was that Wall as well?
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, I'll tell you what, this kid, bright future if he can keep making plays like that. Oh, you're right, it was Hyatt. Another wheel. So this is the drive where we're going to run RPO, read flat, wheel every single time.
Yeah, I think he might have ran out now. I think he's got to do some other ones.
He said he has 6.
Yes, if you count that one as a wheel, I don't know.
Looks like we're taking this ourselves. Anthony Richardson going to get absolutely dicked. My goodness. What a hit.
And supposedly, man said that if you got a bigger quarterback, they're not supposed to fumble as much and the weight matters more, but who knows? It's always hit or miss.
You know,
I will say is I do expect to see 1 fumble out of Doc with the way he's running.
Yeah, he's taken a lot of hits tonight, and I think Anthony Richardson, sooner rather than later, is going to end up coughing up the football. Back to throw now. Going to throw a little corner. That's Jalen Hyatt, the former Giant, and Hyatt burners all the way to the end zone. And that's his second touchdown of the night.
I can see why Stinky's not your guys' defensive coordinator for Mutt, because he's running a man press where the guys are pressed up on air. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. Stinky's defense certainly not desirable, and even his offense at times I think is quite undesirable. As much as I'd love to get into it, you know, I'm going to let him live it down a bit, but certainly not his best showing here today on either side of the ball, I will say. So,
I'm not trying to dog on him too hard. I just think he's getting a little cocky with those corners. I don't know why you would man press on air if you're not going to have him in a flat there. So
I think Stinky certainly expects his players to do the work for him. As he's going to go up the seam here, somehow not intercepted. Looked like there was 3 dudes who really were able to make a play right there. 2 guys had an easy shot and an interception. The 3rd guy would have laid a hit if he came down with it. Not the best throw from Mahomes. I think we're starting to see him unravel a bit.
Yeah, Doc's really taking away the middle pretty well with his user here. And
Nick Bolton trying to animate won't do it, but his presence is enough to maybe scare Marquez Valdez-Scantling there. And he is going to drop the ball.
Ability highlight there, which is one of the premier abilities in the league right now. But
certainly a nice thing to have. So 3rd down and 10, down big. And Mahomes certainly needs to make some magic happen here. He seems to be missing Kittle a lot. Kittle and Kelsey, staples of this stinky Chiefs offense, and their presence seems to be missed. He's going to throw the cross, and that is very far off the mark. I mean, I don't know if he had a chance to complete it anyway, but certainly not the best ball to give his guy a chance at it. But at least that means that Doc didn't have a chance at it either.
One thing that people learn from playing a lot of mutt is how to stop a crosser and how to stop a corner, and
That's
Stinky's
right.
having some trouble here today.
4th down here. The offense is going to stay on the field down 21. I don't blame him. We're in a bunch look here. Back to throw is Mahomes. He's got time. He's going to the outside, and he's got Mecole Hardman. And Mecole Hardman, no one's going to catch him, and he's going to run into the end zone for a 75-yard touchdown. My goodness.
Nice little cover 2 beater out there right up the sideline, and he's fast enough to get to the end zone there.
And if you're Doc, how do you give that up? You're in a prevent defense here, 3-man up deep, and well, not even, but you know, it's that formation, and somehow we're giving up the only thing that we absolutely do not want to give up. Certainly not good.
Yeah, I don't know if Stinky quick hiked him or what, but he didn't get his safeties to the outside fast enough. I would imagine that he wanted to, but
certainly a mistake on Doc's part, and a good throw from Stinky to capitalize on that mistake. We'll see if that's enough to get him back in the game. This Doc offense, like we said, I think is deserving of a turnover here in form of a fumble at some point. We'll see what happens. Play action here. Anthony Richardson throwing a deep post. I don't think he has that. Going to get knocked out. Incomplete.
Didn't have enough juice on it. He had to lead him out a little more, unless I don't know what abilities that corner has exactly.
I don't think he was getting that there. He leads it further. I think the DB was there, man. I don't think there's any way he's making that throw. But you know what? I'm all for putting trust in your guy and letting him make a play. So back to throw here. Doc is going to have Lacey over the middle. Dropped interception. The DB making that remarkable catch up there. Unable to haul it in, but at least he's going to not let him catch the ball, which is, you know, a good thing when you're on defense, when your opponent's not catching the ball.
Got a case of the mutt crosser here. We're going to have to see which one can get one to, you know, if you get one, that's usually a 20, 35, if not a touchdown. So
that's right. So Anthony Richardson now calling out a lot of hot routes here. 3rd down and 10, looking to pick up a 1st down, I'd imagine. Back to throw. He's going to go up the seam, and that's going to be caught, and that's Lacey, who seems to be a premier target for Anthony Richardson. I don't remember seeing him in the Super Bowl. Do you?
No, that's the guy that I said I was going to pick.
Oh, I see. Well, he must have been quite the impactful player in collegiate football, and now he's making an impact already at the NFL level. So I'm excited for him, that young star, to see what he can do. Back to throw now. Play action. He's got somebody open on the sideline. He's going to opt to go deep. Jalen Hyatt. Terrible read.
He motioned over a crosser, and he was wide open.
He was wide open. That's who I was looking at. And instead, he tries to take a deep shot. Anthony Richardson seems to love just chucking into ill-advised areas of the field. 2 Chiefs right there, but fortunately, I mean, this guy, Anthony Richardson, is allergic to turning the ball over. He will not do it. I'd look for Glover to cook his man right here if this is man. This is not man. Gonna go underneath. It looks like it's a throwaway, so...
I don't... Oh, it was. Okay, I was gonna say, because if it wasn't, that was a very...
That was a sketchy ball, but I think the intent was to throw it out of bounds to the nearest fan, so...
Yeah, it said throwaway on the bottom, so it was a... Wasn't a terrible read. He's got this crazy...
Yeah, what is this route? Lacey really, he must be a creative guy. They got him running a lot of wacky stuff. So 3rd down and 10 here. We've seen a lot of 3rd downs here tonight from both sides. We'll see what magic Doc can pull out here. Back to throw. He's got Lacey on the outside. He's going to get his feet down, and that's what you love to see from the young guys. You know, these younger receivers, college, you only need 1 foot down. And it looks like he was able to make that adjustment quickly, gets 2 feet down, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Patriots.
He's coming out with another crazy route. What playbook is Doc running?
This is Chiefs. That's what that's what he said he was in. He's got jet, chip, wasp. God damn. Holy frick. So, yeah. He also has a lot of these like weird read options. I don't know why the Chiefs would have that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering about. pretty decent looking playbook. Some of those routes are a little cheesy. You get a lot of time to get them off, but I mean,
Yeah, the
definitely
line
unique
is
routes in this
held up
playbook.
good, I'd say. So, allows him to try some unique things. Looking at a 2nd down and 8 here. Looks like we're in an empty. And Richardson up the middle. This could be our fumble. QB draw. He's going to the outside. Gonna cut back in and be met with a Chiefs DB, but
Told
not
him go
for
down
picking up
either. Took the hit.
yards.
One thing I will say that Doc is doing to get a lot of this blocking is he's making double team adjustments. Sometimes he changes his mic, but
Oh,
all the
my
time.
God.
Takes another big hit with Richardson, but
Anthony Richardson, you know, it looks like he's feeling that one. A little slow to get up. Maybe it's finally getting to him that
someone might have to check his left glove for pine tar because I don't know what he's taking some
up
big
the seam. Ugh, swatted down.
He
Looks
like me making these reads, but he's just getting lucky.
Yeah, I think he's thrown a lot of passes that deserve to be intercepted tonight, but the Chiefs either just can't catch it or they simply choose not to and instead opt to swat. I'm not sure that luck will hold up all night, but we'll see as 3rd down and 2 looms.
It's never easy going into New England.
Back to throw. Anthony Richardson underneath to the running back, and that's going to be knocked out. Incomplete. The running back can't hang on, and that brings up 4th and 2. So, are you going for it here? If this is you, up 2 possessions?
If it's me, yes, but if I'm Doc, no.
Personally, I'm taking my 3 here. I just want to be up 3 possessions, and you know it doesn't matter if I get 7 or 3.
Thinking like opponent against like Stinky, who has the ability to score pretty quickly, I think I would go for it. I don't think I'm running this RPO that he's got.
I definitely am not running this either if I am going for it. Depends on how I'm feeling, really, but I don't think this is the move. It really does look like he has a pretty weak front. Stinky trying to stack it a little bit to dissuade him. Gonna go, throws it up the middle, and that is that Lacey again?
Yeah, that is
That's
Lacey.
Unreal. Lacey into the end zone.
The thing that Doc did there that everyone might not notice is he moved that guy from the left to the right, and the corners got he didn't have 2 corners there, and then the one had to move over, and he got the inside, which it was a good read, but it was definitely dangerous, but it works out for him.
It does work out for him, and Doc is going to stretch his lead to 21. Stinky with 41 seconds to respond, but the reason why I'm taking 3 there is I feel like Doc's defense, until like recently, I feel like they've held up well. And I think they can definitely find their way back into that groove because Stinky is very prone to making mistakes. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a turnover right here before the half. We'll see what happens. But the pressure is certainly on.
But I don't know. I know what Doc's thinking is that this Chiefs team has one play potential with Mahomes at quarterback and some of the speed receivers, so you just gotta
back to throw. He's got a cross over the middle. That's MBS brought down by 2 guys.
The other
That's
way
going to be a
timeout. You got an elite defense like Doc, so I mean elite and whatever. But
looks like if you
think your defense is good, you'll trust them to stop them even if you don't get it there. You know, so I don't know.
I feel you. In motion now, the running back Allen. I believe we talked about him earlier today. Back to throw now. Created an empty look there. Going to the outside. Corner route. Mecole Hardman. It's not there. He's going to get shoved a little bit, and that's ultimately going to be incomplete. So
yeah, Doc's giving him a lot of different looks here. I haven't seen a lot of one high safety, and Stinky loves that seam, which kills the one high safety. So he's just doing a good job of taking away what Stinky likes.
That's right. I totally agree. In motion now. Whatever that guy's name is, I appear to have missed it. Bunch to the left. Back to throw now. Mahomes backing up. Nowhere to go, and he's going to be tangled up and brought down for a sack, which is going to bring up a 3rd and 22. That's quite the ways to go.
And I just don't get if you're not going to throw it to your halfback, you got to block him because his halfback was open there if he just would have threw it right away. But if it's not what you're going to take, just block him because you're getting sacked left and right.
Yeah, he has had a rough night. Mahomes been brought to the dirt numerous times. Even when he's not getting sacked, he's getting hit on a lot of these throws, and I think he's feeling it. Up the seam here, Mecole Hardman. Ball's going to be knocked out. Enough Patriots rally to the football. Able to jar that thing loose. And
I
that's
mean, I
going to
could be
bring up
wrong,
4th down.
but I think we've seen one run play out of Stinky, so it's pretty easy just to guess pass, which gives you those really good block sheds on pass plays. So it's just
You
not going
know,
well for him tonight.
I'd agree. And then on Doc's side, all of his run plays are with the quarterback. So I think he's banking on perhaps Doc coughing up the football at some point. He's going to have to if Stinky's getting back in this game because as it stands, Doc's moving the ball relatively well, and he's got a defensive touchdown. I mean, he's just playing well. He's just all around, and I don't think Stinky's in a good spot at all. I'm going to be real. We'll see
That's
what
the
he can
thing about
dial
those
up here.
RPOs is they're great until they're not. So like if Duck gets into this RPO groove and he gets 2 turnovers real quick, Stinky does have the ability to capitalize. So he's not
Oh my
down
God,
and out.
streak! Wow! And Wall's gonna come down with it. Stinky cannot be happy about that one. Threw a ball that did not go anywhere near where I'd imagined he wanted it. I don't know where he did want it because it wasn't a good throw no matter what.
I think he got
But
hit when he was throwing it, but
yeah,
Stinky
but
just overran it a little bit, and Doc stuck behind him and went up and held
yeah,
on. So
he did a great job locating the football right there, and Wall makes quite the play.
they hate
Um,
this man press. What if it's man? I'm gonna hate
yeah,
it even more. But why are you?
I don't
Why
know
are you
what this
pressed
is.
pressed on space? You should never press space.
Some X Factor corner all by himself over there. Back to throw. He's going to try and throw a deep post. It's not going to be there. Down it goes Anthony Richardson. Going to get nailed. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 23 from the 42
Imagine
with
we're
4
gonna see
seconds
a
left.
quick seam here from Doc and try to call timeout and go down right
I
away.
don't think
But
he has time, but
yeah, I don't think he's gonna have
that
time.
does appear to be what he wants. Back to throw now.
He's going for it
He's
all.
going to go to Hyatt. Deep. Jalen Hyatt unable to come down with it. The Chiefs drop another interception. But ultimately, it's not really going to matter. 35-14, your score at
Stinky
the
has not
half.
got a lot of good animations here so far, but
No, I've seen a lot of drop picks today. A lot of drop picks and a lot of hits that could very well have been fumbles. So certainly, I think he's still in it, but I think it's looking rough. And I think 7 is absolutely a necessity for him on the opening drive of the second half. Would you agree?
yeah, I mean he's headspace probably isn't the best right now, and if he doesn't get at least 3, but definitely 7, he's not gonna be in a Madden playing mood anymore.
I think you're right. Mecole Hardman on the out route. Going to get brought down relatively quickly. Feeling a bit of urgency. We're going to hurry it up. Well, I say that, but I'm sure he'd be hurrying up regardless because that seems to be popular nowadays. Back to throw Mahomes. Post over the middle. That's Mecole Hardman. Going to hang on to it. Impressive. Not a guy I'd say is known for his steady hands. You see what I did there? But there he's going to, make the catch. Play action.
They're steady. I do see.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
you going
that.
over
Up
top
the
again?
middle. Oh my goodness. A nice streak up the middle. That's MBS who's going to catch it through contact. And this Chiefs offense is moving.
This is the thing. Doc's pressing air now too, but he's got at least he moved him over. But
I think
this hurry
what
up is
Doc
he can't
has looks
switch
a lot better.
formations.
Outside RPO, gonna get knocked out. He tried to hit Thornton
Doc
there.
moved the guys around, but right away he was pressing there, and I was not liking it. But yeah, so now that you get a reset, you get to switch. You can switch formations, but we'll see if we can see a stinky run. Oh nope, not a run.
Nope. He's
gonna pass
motioning out
him
the
again.
running back. Back to throw Mahomes. He's lit up the seam to the tight end. I don't know what just happened to Monroe. I mean, the guy's
him out.
magical. Well, it looked like he was going to the ground, and then he just decided, I don't feel like going to the ground today. Doesn't catch the ball. Do you think Kittle catches that? I'm not sure. I'm going to say no, but I'd like to pretend that he would so that, Stinky looks worse for trading him away.
I don't think he would catch that one.
I don't think he
Tough.
would either.
There's guys there, but
Out of
going
the
back to
empty. Mahomes up the seam. He's not going to get there. And Joseph, maybe Carl Joseph, is going to pick it off, and he's going the other way. Very few guys who can catch him. Monroe going to try to. He's going to. And I think that is Carl Joseph, who's going to take it all the way back to the 35.
That's Kirby, the guy.
It's
that
Kirby?
made the play on the
Brick.
first,
Man, I hate my
drive.
life. But no, you're
That's
right.
the guy that made the crazy knockout, yeah. He's pressing
Two
again.
routes on the field for Anthony Richardson. He's going to have one open. That's Jalen Hyde on a curl. And Anthony Richardson.
Doc's just running some unorthodox stuff, quick snapping, so that when Stinky runs this press, they're just not set up. Like, what is that right
Definitely
corner
not
doing
set
over
up.
there?
Yeah, I think he needs to. I don't mind him being over there, but he needs to be doing guarding something that's, anything. Duval up this middle. Looks like a delay fade. And
Doc's not even running.
Knocking on the door. No, he's not. So we'll see what the Patriots can do. 7 here. Certainly all but over, I'd say, if they score.
I imagine we're going to see a scramble.
Up the middle.
That crazy angle.
Yeah, the angle route, unable to haul it in. He read man. He threw his man-beating route. Unfortunately, could not bring it in. There were a lot of Chiefs there, so I can see why he didn't catch it. But, certainly an interesting decision. Inside run here to Glover. Glover not going to get there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from 4 yards out. I'd like to see the speed option. We're not going to see that. We're going to see the MMG play.
He's going to run it with Richardson, isn't he?
So on the bubble, here goes Anthony Richardson fighting, and there's the fumble. And that's going to be picked up. Justin Reed on the recovery, and we said we were in agreement. He needs to cough this thing up at some point. And right there, Stinky finally gets his break. Yeah, certainly not good. Play action now. He's got the corner. He's going to hit the corner. He's going to catch it. Can't turn upfield. He's going to get out of bounds. Nice little play there. Good play to start the drive. And I got to wonder who's falling for this play action when we don't run the ball. But it is what it is.
The first adjustment, Doc.
Here's play action again. He's got the cross route crosser. He's going to throw it to Tyquan Thornton on the cross. Make a man miss. Going to get speared like we're in the WWE. That's Christian Gonzalez. In the hurry up.
Single back is interesting, or I guess
this is strong, close.
Uh-oh.
Mahomes going to run it himself. Going to slide, but not before being a little bit of a dirty hit there, but he'll be all right. 8 yards.
Big slides nowadays. You gotta make sure they go down.
That's right. Well, he went down. I think he went down okay. I don't think he was at risk of fumbling, but just kind of funny. See, I slingshotted. So in the empty here,
falling apart when he's trying to be a little more conservative here. I think he should keep that blitz going. And
I think the blitz was definitely getting to Stinky. Stinky on the run. What a throw! Oh my God, that was unbelievable. That's a free form. Just an impossible window.
Threat or matchup nightmare because he did light up when he caught it.
He did light up, but that was still what a ball from Mahomes, And you hear all these commentators do all this glazing, but maybe for good reason. Who else makes that throw? Very few, I think.
I think we all know why Stinky picked the Chiefs, and it's definitely a guy that
makes crazy plays. Yeah, I think you're right. Mahomes certainly special, one of the best to ever do it, even at this point in his career. And I think it's going to be that way a long time.
Yeah, and I am a Chargers fan in real life.
Really?
So I don't really like the Chiefs too much, but if they would have kept Tyreek Hill, I think they would be so unstoppable.
I totally agree.
You would have had to pay him
play action here. He's got this cross. He's not going to have it. And Anthony Richardson can't get rid of it. Josh Uche, a recent trade acquisition. People thought that Stinky got fleeced. Well, he just came up with his second sack of the day. I think he got his guy. Back to throw now. Anthony Richardson rolling out to his right. Going to find the running back. Going to get boomed on. But not before he picks up 4.
Open, but yeah, he's a couple yards there. Going to have to pick up a lot next play.
Yeah, 3rd and 18. Certainly a tough ask. And Anthony Richardson, 0 interceptions. I feel like he should have 3. I am baffled that he has not thrown an interception yet tonight. Maybe one is about to come right here. I think he's going to make a bad decision. Back to throw. Wait, who is Peralta?
Lacey brings it down.
He put in the rookie Peralta in over Anthony Richardson on that 3rd down and 18, and he converted.
I didn't even notice that.
Peralta still on the field. Anthony Richardson is done for whatever reason. Close game. You think concussion protocol is we're going to bounce a run to the outside.
I don't know. Maybe Doc just doesn't like people who fumble, so you just had to bench him for this drive, or maybe the rest of the game. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, and what's weird is it came mid-drive. I'm not sure what sparked the decision. Anthony Richardson back onto the field, so maybe he just needed a breather. Maybe he had to send a text to his girlfriend, assuming he has
Yeah,
one.
who knows
But,
what kind of shenanigans Doc's up to. He might have him in on a certain formation to do a certain thing that he's good at or something. Who knows?
well,
But
I'll tell you what. Even though he did convert, that ball was not pretty. That did not, you know, that thing was
it,
underthrown, and the
that was
receiver made a
funny because
play.
that was a weird stop route, and he did throw it super early, so maybe he knew that it was going to be a duck, and he did on purpose. But I don't know. Who knows?
I think you're giving Doc a lot of credit.
Too much thought.
Too
Yeah,
much thought.
that's too deep. That was a pretty
Second down.
ducky throw, though. Not ducky, like the guy
Yeah, I
made
know. I get what you mean.
duck
You
ball.
know, it's certainly not his best ball, I'd imagine. In motion now across the formation is Hyatt. It's going to create a spread look here. One running back in the backfield with Anthony. A lot of pressure coming. He's going to go out route to Jalen Hyatt. Going to gain about 4.
I imagine if Doc doesn't get it here, he'll take his 3, but
Yeah, I'd agree.
I've seen crazier things.
Yeah. I think
He's running QB draw.
that is the call, it would appear. And Anthony Richardson, having fumbled one earlier, he looks like he's thinking about it. He's just going to run the draw. Anthony Richardson, wow, he's going to evade the tacklers.
Go down.
Wrapped up and tackled.
I can't believe he ran that and he didn't double team Chris Jones there. He did a little weird spin move and got out of there, but they definitely blew it up quick.
It looked bad. 2 guys on the right were in the backfield early, but Anthony Richardson evasive enough to make them miss, and that's going to keep the drive going. A little bubble to Jalen Hyatt on the outside, and a touchdown saving tackle, I'd say there, from number 38, whoever that guy is. Adams? B. Adams? What is a B. Adams?
Adams.
Ah, well, there we go. Badams. That's a sick nickname, honestly. Play action here. Richardson got nowhere to go. And is that Josh Uche with his 3rd sack? My goodness. What a night for him, huh?
Doc is not doing his blocking adjustments anymore, and Stinky is getting some pressure. We'll have to see if Doc can calm down. And, well, it's 3rd and 19, so he's got to get it here.
I think he needs to play this conservative, but I think he's just going to chuck this. Going to go to what I believe is the post route, and Hyatt able to make some guys miss and use his speed to get to the outside, and that's going to be
out, I think, but it might have been the post. There's no way that he should have got that ball off. That pressure was in his face, and Mahomes has been making shitty throws all night. And
he has.
You know, sometimes it's just not your night for the man animation.
I think that might be Hyatt's 3rd. I feel like we've seen him a lot today too. Certainly taking a step up
at least last year. But
that's right, at least 2. But he's got a lot of yards on the day, that's for sure. Probably approaching 130, 140.
Yeah, even with the RPOs, we haven't really seen a lot of running from either team. So I'm sure the stats will be inflated, but that's just the
way
we're in this year.
That's right. So quick snap here. Mahomes going to the flat route on the outside. He's in trying journal. Oh my! What the frig? Somehow it works
for the catch sometimes, but
somehow Doc missed the tackle there. In motion, gonna create an empty look here. He's got the tight end and he could block. He's not going to. Looks like we're looking at verticals. He's going to chuck it to the tight end, and that's not George Kittle, my friend. That ball's intercepted. Smoke Monday's 2nd. Gonna go down. He had a pick 6 earlier. I don't know
if he's upped his height, but you can't really throw a ball over 6'4", especially someone that's fast enough to keep up with the tight end. I don't know how fast his tight end is, but ill-advised ball, but you got to try something.
Yeah, I mean, when the going gets tough, you know, and it's looking like Doc looking to put the dagger in.
Interception. He's crazy. He's going to do something like that.
A little bit of shifting here from the receivers on the right. In motion is Hyatt.
That's got to be a full
Going to create a trip looks. I see what he's going for. Back to throw. He's got the weird corner stop route, and that's Jalen Hyatt again, who's going to go forward. Put him at roughly around the 50.
Yeah, and, you know, Not a
Yeah.
whole lot Stinky can do now.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
the writing's on the wall, as they say. Would you agree?
good good comeback game here after that Super Bowl appearance where Duck got absolutely slaughtered,
Yeah,
and
Doc
seems like
absolutely
he
did
did
just
something
get
else.
annihilated. It's good to see him well, not that I want him to be back on top, but certainly a bounce back, I'd say. Whether or not that will remain, we'll see, but I think there were a few things we got away with here that we shouldn't expect this Patriots offense to normally get away with. I feel like we saw a lot of dropped interceptions and we took a lot of hits with our quarterback. There's going to be
Yeah,
times where that costs you. And here's another one, just Josh Uche with his fourth sack.
the animations definitely fell in Doc's favor this game, but I will give credit to his defense. Stinky had nothing all game pretty
I
much.
would
He got a
agree.
couple droppers, so
I think Doc's defense certainly is what won the game for him more than his offense. Well, the
I think
offense
that
did play good.
kind of allows him to take those risks, where he can
That's
feel
right.
comfortable. If he gives it up, he probably is gonna get a
Oh
stop
my
or
God, we're looking at a
something.
fake to Glover here. Not gonna get it, somewhat predictably, and looks like Stinky is gonna take back over. And if Stinky could score, preferably before this 2-minute warning, maybe we could have a bit of a ball game here. Onside kicks very good. He'd have 3 timeouts. Hey man, it's not over yet, huh? Don't click off just yet, man. Out of the
Yeah,
empty is Mahomes. The pressure's coming and he's gonna get sandwiched.
yeah,
They
he got
said, "Wow,
absolutely
how about we
stomped.
meet at the quarterback and make a Mahomes sandwich here?"
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Stinky has got a reputation now of absolutely selling week one game of the weeks for everyone, and he's gonna have to put up with that in chat for
Is
the
that a
rest of the night.
trend? I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
aware of this. And oh my God, another sack.
I know
And
the
at some
first year I was
point,
in here, the first year this year that I showed up, he was game of the week, week one. It might have been even against Doc, or I don't remember who, but he sold everyone their rings. And
well, he
when he's
sold
game of
rings
the
again
week,
today because I voted for him. And
when
just,
Stinky's game of the week, you gotta play
oh
your
my
cards
God,
right.
chucking
Because,
this to Christian Gonzalez. Oh my God, he's gonna do a little Fortnite dance on him. Oh my goodness. And Mahomes is having what I'd say is one of the worst games of his career for all that glazing I did earlier for his really cool step up in the pocket on the run, sling it into the end
we're gonna
zone.
see Doc kneel the ball out here, and well, he's making some audibles. Who
Looks like
knows what
he's
he's up
putting
to?
in Dustin Peralta, the rookie, who we did see get some reps today, on a big down, no less. But it does appear that that's going to be the ball game. 42-21. Currently your
It's age,
final.
Which Agent Zero in to zero out the game clock here. I don't know if that's his purpose of making his number zero, but
I'm sure that was just a coincidence. As the clock ticks to 0, that'll be it, guys. Look at it. Is
Yeah,
that
that
Peter Gaffney? Is this Doc? Do we have Doc in the booth here?
hello.
Hey man, so
Doc,
how are we feeling?
Hey,
Dominant performance after the Super Bowl. Um,
I'm glad we bounced back. We switched playbooks. On offense and defense, and we just stood on business.
Stood on business indeed, and quite the dominant performance today. I saw a lot of great plays from Jalen Hyatt. Very interesting way to open the game, especially because you told me you were running RPO read flat wheel, and then you just threw a
Uh,
touchdown in the first play on not that. So you just
uh,
lied to me.
I thought about it, and um, I felt like I lied to you, so I did run RPO read
I
flat.
did notice when you started running it a lot. So
Yeah,
I can appreciate that at least.
yeah. I think we were 100% on third down that game, so that was fun.
It is
yeah,
Peter
there's a
Gaffney.
couple. I will say you probably got a couple better animations than Stinky did that game, but
People say that all the time, and Stinky says, "Oh, only Doc." But if it happens consistently, I just think it's just me. I click on, I swerve my guys to put them in position to get the animations that they're.
yeah,
So
for sure. And
Maybe you're
to
onto
your credit,
something, man. Maybe you're
the
right.
Stinky had nothing for your defense either. He couldn't throw any of his crossers or corners,
Yeah,
so he just
he had a very rough night offensively. And
Yeah,
I think you did a good
I'm not
job capitalizing on that.
I'm not entirely too sure why he sat in 5 wide and continuing to get sacked, but I'll take it.
Yeah, Ike made sure to point that out.
I think he had
Oh,
one run all game, maybe two. I don't really remember how many, but it wasn't a lot.
yeah, I'm excited to watch this cast back and watch you guys see me get bailed out, allegedly.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad you're excited, man. I think there's a lot to like. Certainly a lot more fun to watch back than that Super Bowl, I'd say. And one thing I
Uh,
wanted to ask you about, I noticed that
mhm.
your goal on the season is 7 wins. Is there a particular reason that our goal is so small?
uh, I just clicked on it and I just press X because my coaches are maxed out. So there's nothing to that.
I don't
And,
know.
my coaching philosophy is, listen, guys, new team, new regiment every season.
That's right.
It's hard to win in the MKL, NFL, and we got to earn every win, and we have no expectations but to perform as best as we can.
I see. Hey, I can respect that. I love that. Well, Doc, you played a great game. You got a great win. And I look forward to seeing what you can pull off for the rest of the season here in the MKL.
Woo, yay, woo. All white team coming up. Yeah, woo.
Oh, is that what
What
this
are you
is? You have a
What
black
are you
man
doing with
playing quarterback.
Richardson? Yeah.
Oh, he's getting traded soon.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh, you know what? Dustin Peralta, he came in to the game. What was
Oh,
the thought behind that decision?
so in that formation, I thought it was the one where the package has 4 wide receiver package, and I thought I was in that. And then I thought Anthony Richardson was hurt, so I just stayed in that because I'm like, well, might as well just stay here. But he delivered a hot dot on third
He
down,
did
and
deliver a hot dot. He did his
but
thing.
I was super confused on why he was in. I'm like, did Richardson get hurt?
That was so funny. He's out of North Carolina. Can you go ahead and check? I think another quarterback came out of North Carolina. Maybe that
Uh,
rookie that Haas drafted. Either that or um, the Eagles' new quarterback might be out of North Carolina.
yeah,
One of the
I'll
two.
I'll make sure to do that.
I think it might be mine, but it was fun to see the backup come on in and do his thing, you know. So
I that's just a testament to our team.
and how
Anytime,
good they are.
well, someone might have to step up anytime, and you just got to be prepared. Oh, your guy went
Oh,
to Coastal.
well, the other guy looks like he went to. Yeah, I think I saw that he's at the top. He's 21.
Hold on. Who is that North Dakota State guy? Oh, there's two of them. Montana. North Dakota. Holy
I love
cow.
when they
North Dakota
go
State,
to the
let's go.
same school as like another like two quarterbacks from the same school in the same year.
There's like 7 North Dakota State quarterbacks that you just scrolled past. This is insane.
Well, I guess they've had a good couple years. So it looks like I was mistaken. Coastal Carolina, North Carolina, completely different, but
North Dakota State, South Dakota State.
North Dakota State again, South Dakota State again. What is going on?
I guess
Dakota's-
tired of
Another
watching.
North Dakota State from
Is that the QB that H. Cook actually used? I think it is.
it is.
I guess
Anyway,
Trey Lance generation or something like that.
Carson Wentz.
all right, guys. Well, I think that's just about gonna do it, Doc. Congratulations on your win, and Ike, thank you for coming to hang out with me for today's game, man.
Heck yeah, man.
It's good having you.
Whoa.
All right, guys.